Okay. Oh my goodness, that took so long. Like it took so long to finally set up. And we are here to talk about NFL drafts. I only have a couple minutes to do this, but so this is a two quarterback league, and basically what we're gonna be diving into is kind of just talking about, how are we going to pick, right? So obviously with a two quarterback league, we're gonna have to go with a quarterback. No one better than Josh Allen. We're gonna see all these quarterbacks go, some wide receivers, some running backs. Okay, so we can see a lot of quarterbacks have gone, a lot of great receivers. So if you're in this first pick, and this is 10 teams, two quarterback league, time to get some running backs. Running backs are going to be probably the number one thing to get, but also probably getting another good receiver. So we're going to go with Gibbs. And then we're going to get a, I mean, you could do another running back here because this person, team three, is most likely going to get a quarterback in this slot right here. But we're going to be a very balanced team. We're going to get A.J. Brown. We can look at what he did last season, 7 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, 158 targets. Puka Nacua, I mean, he was over 1,460 targets. I mean, they're pretty similar. Okay, so we're going to see a bunch of running back quarterbacks that go. And now we see a tight end actually go here, which is kind of interesting because this is two quarterbacks, a running back, but no receivers yet. But this is when you would probably want to, because of the two quarterback league, this is probably where you want to get that second. Okay, so we went with Travis Kelce on this one, just because we saw Laporta go, and we got Herbert and Kelsey. Now we got to go back to the run game. Kenneth Walker's still available. We're gonna take him. He's a starter. Now we can get our second wide receiver. I've fallen in this before, but I think we got to go with Zay Flowers. And I have the stream up on here, so um, I was just making sure. It kind of bugged out there. I know it just bugged out, but so we went with Travis Kelce as the fifth pick right after our four because of the Sam Laporta, and then we saw a bunch of you can see the running backs like Josh Jacobs, Rashad White, and Joe Mixon go, and then a lot of these elite uh, wide receivers going. So now you kind of come up here on the 8 and 9 pick. Wide receivers are looking worse. Um, could even surprise someone by getting maybe even a George Kittle. But stick to the run game. Got to stick to it. Um, I would stick with Najee Harris. He just runs the ball way better than Connor. Could go with Mozart, or you could go with Pollard, but I would go with Harris. And then we can look at who would be the next best pick. We see a lot of quarterbacks. It's gonna be Harris. Okay. And now to start the nine. So looking at my running backs, we have three. We can go back to wide receivers. We have Zay Flowers and AJ Brown, so kind of needs a little bit of help there. Um, Look at the list here. Hollywood Brown, D Hop, Jalen Reed, Chris Godwin. I mean, I'm gonna take a gamble on Christian Kirk just because Trevor Lawrence does share the ball a little bit, but I'm not expecting him to have an insane season. As you can see here, he missed weeks 14 to 18. Only three touchdowns, 85 targets. Maybe that's not the best one to go with. Chris Godwin, he had 130 targets, just only two touchdowns. Jalen Reed, he had up and down. It was an up and down season for him, but he had eight touchdowns. Got targeted a lot. Hopkins, I'm pretty sure he had a down season. He had an okay season. He had a three touchdown game, but I'm not expecting D Hop to do much. So I think Jalen Reed could be a good. So with him, Christian Watson, Dobbs, and Reed are the one, two, three there. So with Jordan Love as well. Now you have Josh Jacobs in the backfield, so I'm gonna go with Jalen Reed. Okay, so now we see more and more. Again, just a mix receivers and running backs. Hollywood Brown wouldn't be too bad, but we can actually the 10 and 11 we can actually go get our backup tight end. George Kittle still falls there, surprisingly, so we can take that off the board. I like him. I mean, sure, maybe Dallas Goedert, Ferguson, or even Evan Ingram and Kyle Pitts, but I'm gonna stick with that. And then Gus Edwards or Austin Eckler. Oof, those are two big names there. I'm gonna have to go with Eckler just because what he does with the pass game, he catches the ball and gets yards after the catch. Gus Edwards, I get it with the Chargers' new team, but so is Eckler with a new team. It's not a bad pick. So we have a backup tight end, and then we have Austin Eckler, who's going to be a great second. Probably even maybe starter. Okay. So a lot of these teams, as we look at them, who has three quarterbacks, right? And who only has two. Well, this is the first team here. Team number three has Kirk Cousins, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers. Three quarterbacks. Me personally, I want to go get a defense right here. We have the number one defense right here. Okay. But then let's keep it with the, so we have three wideouts. So we can take a little look. Tyler Lockett is on there. I like this Williams kid. I like Jacoby Myers, so maybe we can get them late. But I'm going to stick to the running back game here. Okay. Tyler Algier running behind Bijan or Khalil Herbert, who I think is running behind DeAndre Swift. He could be a great red zone player. It looks like they have this Miller kid and Ty Chandler higher up. Yeah, three touchdowns. He had no receiving touchdowns, but Khalil Herbert, I'm pretty sure had a bunch of touchdowns. Oh, I guess not. He had 600 yards though. I think that's more than this Miller kid. Oh yeah, it's way more. Backup. Tyler Algier, as I talked about. He had 600 yards as well. I don't know if they expect him to do better or if they expect him to do worse. But with the new quarterback and all, maybe Atlanta's looking for. I know they're a running team. I just saw another name on here in the seventh tier, J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be the backup to Gus Edwards. Um, but I'll go with. Let me just check out. I know this guy's going to be um, behind Stevenson. Yeah, no. Did it say? I'm trying to remember here. I think Herbert had. Oh gosh, this thing's lagging. Okay, here we go. Herbert had 600 plus, right? Okay, he had 600 plus. I think Algier also had 600 plus. Yeah. So I'm gonna take Algier. Only because Elliott, like there's a Dallas running back on there, but I don't want that. Okay, so I could go with my number one kicker before all the kickers get taken here. Herbert's still on there. Could look at my wideouts. Never even heard of this kid. I think he's a rookie. Yeah, he's a rookie. Hmm. A rookie in Chicago. Let me just get my kicker first. JT. Okay, so we got JT. And then we're gonna get a wideout. Tyler Lockett. Okay, so then we see all the kickers and the defenses go, but look, I still have room for a player because I already have my defense, I already have my kicker. I don't need another quarterback. I have one, two, three, four. I have four running backs. One, two, three, four. All right, I have five. I have five. AJ Brown, Zay Flowers, Jalen Reed, Tyler Lockett. I can do another, and I have two tight ends already. So I could go with another wideout if I really want to. I could take my chance on this rookie. I can go maybe even Mike Williams, who got hurt, but it looks like, I mean, man, he when he got hurt, 121 yards against Minnesota. Surprised they have this kid up higher than that. This is another rookie, but I'm gonna stick to what I know, and that is Mike Williams. So there's my team: Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, the two quarterbacks on my team, and then my two starting running backs, which could change. Kenneth Walker, Gibbs. Maybe I put in Austin Eckler instead of Najee Harris as my flex because I think Eckler could do better. Travis Kelce, it's perfect. AJ Brown, Zay Flowers. On my bench though, I have only Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams, Jalen Reed. So maybe one of those guys could take over for, I don't know, maybe Zay Flowers. If I had to pick, I'd probably go with, I don't know, probably maybe Mike Williams, Tyler Lockett. I like Jalen Reed, but that could not, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's not bad. But that's just a game plan there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And let me know in the comments if you guys think I could have picked someone else or if you would have gone with, I don't know, maybe a different pick, such as maybe going two receiver or two running backs, or if you go quarterback and running back, because this is a two quarterback league, but then you risk not getting Travis Kelce or even George Kittle. And, you know, but I mean, I could see why you want to sacrifice Travis Kelce and you get someone like Isaiah Pacheco or Josh Jacobs. It makes sense. But like you still get Kenneth Walker, and then maybe you don't get another receiver, but I'm pretty sure like maybe that's where it changes up here as opposed to down here. And then let me know in the comments if you think, a 12 pick or, like if how you should follow it like this, like see how the defense gets picked and the kickers get kicked or picked last. I understand, but I like to change it up.